सहस्राणि क्रियन्ते हर्निशं मया दासोऽयमिति मां मत्वा क्षमस्व ईश्वर अन्यथा शरणं नास्ति त्वमेव शरणं मम तस्मात् कारुण्यभावेन रक्ष रक्ष ईश्वर हरि ओम तत्सत् श्री साईश्वरार्पणमस्तु शांति 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 Christianity prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Buddhist prayer. Buddham Saranam Gacchami Dhammam Saranam Gacchami Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Islam prayer. La ilaha illallah
भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। बोलो भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं। हरि नाम बिना आनंद नहीं। हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति नहीं। जब ध्यान बिना संयोग नहीं। प्रभु दर्श बिना ज्ञान नहीं। दया धर्म बिना सत्कर्म नहीं। भगवान बिना कोई अपना नहीं। हरि नाम बिना परमात्मा नहीं। हरि नाम बिना परमात्मा नहीं। भजन बिना सुख शांति भजन बिना सुख शांति बोलो हरि भजन बिना सुख शांति
So sign up again, everyone. Who's ready for round two? Yeah? Round two? Good, good. So now I hope you're all feeling refreshed after it was quite a hefty lunch actually. I mean, I'm a bit tired, but this Bhajans and Vedam came at the perfect time because now I'm awake, and otherwise I'd have been somewhere on the side just knocked out. But beautiful lunch, amazing, really tasty lunch. Thank you. Big round of applause for the catering team. Yeah, very tasty. So hopefully the next program will be equally tasty. And so, without further ado, the next item on show is going to be performed by SSE Halifax. It's a play, and the title of the play is The Strength of God. And many people of this generation are addicted to something which takes their mind away from the real world. Unfortunately, habits started off as fun, but soon turn into addiction, which are difficult to overcome. This drama, The Strength of God, shows different ways in which one can overcome the challenges in daily life. So I think there's going to be really good take-home messages from this for everyone. I know I certainly can use less of my phone and spend more time studying about medicine. But without further ado, we'll introduce the kids involved are Sai Vivek, Sai Abud, Sita, Siddesh, Vallabh and Divya. So please welcome them on stage. Thank you.
It is not the physical strength of you need the strength of God and righteous conduct.
Wow, this looks like a fun chair. Let me see what happens if I touch it. Movies, games, chatting, internet browsing, YouTube, junk food, everything in one chair. I am bored now, so watch me in using it for some time. All this is nothing but heaven. I remember now. I have loads of homework to do, so I think I'll get on with my work. Oh no, I'm stuck. No problem. Let me Google how to get free from a chair. No results found. I'm stuck. Get me out of here. Hey dude, you look like a cool rich guy. Can you release me from this chair of temptations, please?
Oh yes, with the power of money, I can definitely free you from that chair. Oh no, sorry. I'm unable to help you.
Hey bro, you look like a brainy smart guy. Please help me get free from this cursed chair.
Definitely. If I can solve a Rubik's Cube in 2 minutes, why can't I free you from that chair? Sorry, bro. My brains can't help you.
Hey buddy, you look like a strong guy. Please help me free from this tricky chair.
Oh yes, with my powers, I can definitely help you. Oh sorry, my powers can't help you.
please help me free from this mystery chair.
Oh yes, I have read many books and my knowledge can definitely free you from the chair. Oh no, all my knowledge can't help you.
All the powers in the world can't help me. Who can help me now?
तेरे शिवा प्रभु कोई नहीं है, तुझको मेरा प्रणाम, तुझको मेरा प्रणाम, ओ साईं बाबा, तुझको मेरा प्रणाम.
Alright, mate. You go to SSE classes regularly, and maybe you have a solution for my problem. Can you help me out to release me from this addiction chair?
Oh yes, I have a simple but effective solution, which is prayer. When we pray, we see the enormity of God's resources. Then all our problems, addictions, fears just melt away. So let's pray.
I'm free from this awful chair. I feel so grateful and cheerful that I don't feel the need for any kind of chair.
I can see that you're still holding a bit of that chair. Swami says that when one decides to give up a habit, one must do so completely. If he gives up only a part of it, say H, then a bit still remains. Now he gives up the A and bit still remains. Giving up the B to kick out the habit, it still remains. He throws out the I and now T still remains. So shutting down the bad habit is the key to liberation.
That's an amazing saying. Swami says to remove a bad habit, start a new good habit. So I have a smart idea. I will start to learn new instruments and bhajans instead of playing the games on Xbox all the time.
That's a brilliant quote from Barbara. I have got good plans as well. Instead of wasting my time on mobile phones, I will help in service activities.
I have a powerful idea. Instead of watching movies all the time, I will watch inspirational videos. I have a great plan too. Instead of unnecessary internet browsing, I will read Swami's literature.
Now I realise God's grace and prayer is everything. I have a great plan. Now I will have a new addiction, the addiction for God. Because Swami says it is possibly the only worthwhile addiction that one can have in life.
Brilliant ideas, everyone. I hope you can execute all your plans and stick to them. Swami says the heart is not like a musical chair. It's like a single sofa in which there's only room for one. Give your place for only God.
हम habits are. Now, I'd like to invite our Region 5 Youth Young Adults Coordinator, Vishal, to the stage to give us a bit of an update on what the youth have been doing recently in the last year. Simon, Vishal.
Desai, aka birthday boy for today. So Sanjay Vaja asked me to just do a quick presentation to give you all just an insight of what's happening on the Young Adults Week. So yeah, take it away. The next slide, please. So I'll go straight to the 2019 highlights. So we kicked off in June with the Regional 5 Young Adults Bhajans. It was the first that happened in a while, because I think the first one happened in Leeds. And it was really nice just to see all the young adults come together and really enjoy the bhajans. And there was also an opportunity for the new young adults of the region to also meet all the other young adults. And yeah, it's definitely a great programme. Then we followed on with the Sai bhajans as well. Again, another opportunity for all the young adults to really enjoy the bhajans and play instruments, etc. And then we moved on to a summer retreat as well, where we had the young adults running workshops, singing bhajans, also organising great events actually as well. So yeah, next point there is Region 5 Programme Save Opportunities. So recently we've taken a really big hit on kind of getting young adults involved into programmes, and it's really nice to see the commitment that we're also getting from the young adults, wanting to join in, and they're always helping Brit the Auntie. Brit the Auntie's always got a smile on her face for the help. And the Region 5 Medical Committee. So we've got the majority of them are young adults part of that committee, bar one person, but we're all young at heart. Next slide, please. So young adults at Region 5. So our current outreach that we've got is 70 young adults, and we're getting a great response from everyone, all staying in communication, etc., and it's really good in that sense. Active centres, young adult coordinators. So in Manchester we've got Vedam, in Bolton we've got myself, in Bradford we've got Shivani, in Leeds we've got Amish Pai, Newcastle is Kailash Pai, and then in Warrington we've got Vinesh Pai, and in Hull we've got Yoga, and then in Halifax we've got Water as well. Next slide please. So our aims for 2019, so when I was talking to Sanjay Vaja quite a lot, and the national team as well, the main focus was to build a stronger foundation in Region 5. And we can definitely see that coming together slowly, especially when we come to programmes, etc. And we can see the eagerness in the young adults want to get involved. And that falls on to the next point there, engaging the young adults within Region 5 activities. And then that will then open the doors then to give them more opportunities for responsibilities as well. And that's quite important to make this wing, in a sense, self-running. Thank you. Next slide, please. So I will look ahead for initiatives for Young Adult Week. So we want to start putting into place frequent Young Adult bhajans, and we want to do that in different centres each time to make it a bit unique and keep the young adults on their toes, etc. And we also are going to start planning a Young Adult and SSE collaboration, where the young adults and SSE kind of work together in different scenarios, and the young adults also go to SSE lessons as well, and not also help them in a spiritual way, but also with their day-to-day life as well, potentially help them write CVs, etc. We've also got the Young Adults Regional Project, which Kailash Pai is looking at, and that's kind of for just young adults to look at, to plan and then deliver. That would be really good in a sense of looking at it spiritually and as well helping your day-to-day life and building upon the qualities that you need within your careers, etc. as well. So we've also got the Desai International Leadership Programme, where we've got a lot of young adults that are also interested to take part, so that's something that we'll progress on soon. And the one that we're definitely looking forward to is the World Youth Festival happening in 2021. And I know we've got a great, we've had quite a lot of young adults come forward to actually take part in that, and I'm sure there'll be a lot more as well. Thank you. Next slide. Thank you very much for your time. And, I hope I was on time with that. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you very much, Vishal, for the update. I know he's doing, as a young adult myself, it's really good to have kind of Vishal as the coordinator for the region, and I know he's been doing a lot of good work. And the youth Bhajans themselves, they're a very, very good initiative. It's a great idea, and I hope he can keep that going, because I'll definitely be there for all that. Next, we're going to have our second guest speaker of the day, which is Divij. But before that, there's just a two-minute video that I want to, as we said at the start of the day, as the theme is My Sai and I, we want to look at how devotees are benefiting from the avatar of Swami. Because we've heard stories of Swami, but we want to see how the devotees have benefited because of him coming to earth. And that rule doesn't apply just to humans, as we think we might be the most important species, but actually it applies to everyone. So there's a quick 2-minute video of one of Swami's devotees, Sanjay Vaja, explaining the importance of devotion and what kind of qualifications we need. So the qualifications doesn't need to be that you're human. He's going to explain what the qualification we need for Swami is. So just a quick 2 minutes and then I'll intro Brother Divij.
Near our gate, hostel gate, he stopped. He came out and Sai Gita was waiting there and the two met and it was a public demonstration of a beautiful love story. She is taking her trunk and putting all around Swami, and Swami is, patting her, and in her excitement, she would, many occasions, start urinating. So when an elephant starts urinating, it is not just like anything happening. Buckets of water will be falling like waterfall. So normally when Swami comes, we'll all rush to be as close to him. The moment she started urinating, all of us took safe steps back, 15 feet away, so that one drop of that urine also does not come. But in a matter of seconds, Swami's gown was filled with urine, wet, drenched. And in that, he looked up and he saw me. And perhaps he gauged that sense of aversion to that waterfall of urine which was there, which had drenched Swami's gown also. And then he looked into my eyes and said, if you drink a little bit of Sai Gita's urine, you will also get a fraction of her devotion. Is what Swami said. Years later, almost 10-15 years later, one day I was speaking to students in Swami's presence in Vedam, and I shared this incident. Even on that occasion, Swami said, how it is true. 15 years later, he affirmed it, confirmed it. So she was a great devotee of Swami, though just an animal. How is it that an animal also can get? So, this is what Professor Kasturi used to tell us. He used to quote Swami. If you need me, you deserve me. If you need me, you deserve me. What is the qualification I should have, supposing I want Swami's grace to fall on me? Do you need him? Can there be a simpler qualification than that?
So I hope you guys enjoyed that quick video. It's just to demonstrate that, it's so simple that we are so fortunate that the only qualification that we need is the fact is if we need Swami and then he's there. Previously, thousands of years of penance, all these things had to happen for him to be here, but if you need him now, he's there for us. So that was just a quick video I wanted to show you guys about how, not just humans are benefiting from Swami's avatar. So moving swiftly on, I need to stop you on my phone, I need to get my phone for this bit. So as I said earlier, we're very, very fortunate to have Brother Divij along stay with us, and he was staying over last night at ours, as was Arvind, and listening to them talking about their experiences at Swami school, I was like, I was amazed. I was like, how fortunate it is that they got to study there, and it was amazing just watching them talk over breakfast about all different things regarding Swami. So I'm sure we'll hear more of that. But in terms of Brother Divij, he hails from Mumbai, and he did his schooling there before joining Bhagwan's University at Whitefield in the year 2001. And he did his bachelor's in science in physics. He then pursued his master's in photonics at Prashanthi Nilayam. And on Bhagwan's instructions, he then completed his master's in business administration from Prashanthi Nilayam in 2008. And Bhagwan blessed him with an opportunity to physically serve him in close quarters between the years of 2004 and 2008. He also accompanied Bhagwan on few collegial trips and participated in congregation dramas. And he has been in the UK since 2012 and currently works at Citibank down south. So without much further ado, we'll welcome Brother Divij onto stage.
My humble pranams at Bhagwan's lotus feet. My dear sisters and brothers, wish you all a very happy birthday. Have you ever thought to ourselves that why is it that we feel extra special on our own birthdays? Whether it was our childhood or our adulthood, that particular day is a little different from any other day. No doubt we do the same thing. We brush our teeth, we have our breakfast, we have a bath, we speak with the same people around us. Maybe a few of us will call, a few of our friends, our relatives might call us. Some of them might wish us. But there is that element on the day of our own birthday that makes us feel special. And that feeling manifolds, magnifies when it is Bhagwan's birthday. That feeling that we get of feeling extra special becomes 10 times on 23rd November. And that's precisely the reason why all of us over here are gathered today. We saw how the weather was outside. We could have still watched this entire program on Facebook live stream. But we still chose to come over here because that feeling of being special, extra special, made us come over here. Have you ever wondered why 23rd November has become such a special day in all our lives? Well, it is said that when man is born, they just get a normal birth. It is just a normal birth of a human being born. But when that human being is initiated into spirituality, is when that human being gets a second birth, which is nothing but Divij. When Bhagwan was born on 23rd November, Bhagwan got into our lives, into each of our lives, thereby initiating us into spirituality, giving us all a second birth. And that is one of the reasons why 23rd November makes us feel extra special. Talking of 23rd November, I am reminded of an incident which happened on Bhagwan's 80th birthday. It was around 5:30, 5:45 a.m. and Bhagwan came down. It was the celebrations were in the Hillview Stadium, and when Bhagwan stepped down in his white robe, there were 3 or 4 of us who got the opportunity to wish Swami a very happy birthday as the first ones. So as our gesture of love, we had a cake. We had a small cake ready for him. And one of the brothers had also got a very unique kind of a candle, which when you blow, blows up like a fountain. And we thought that might be like a surprise to Swami, and Swami might appreciate that, and that would be like, wow, Swami. So we offered that to Swami, and Swami blew the candle, and that did happen. And Swami was taken aback a bit, and then Swami said, why are you doing all these funny things? And then we said, Swami, wish you a very happy birthday, and we really wanted to be the first ones to see you happy on your birthday. And then Swami said, Swami is always happy, Ram. Are you happy? Can you be like Swami? Can you be like Divine? It was just a matter of 2 or 3 seconds, 2 or 3 sentences from Bhagwan, and it changed the entire mood of the surrounding that we were in. With Bhagwan asking these questions of, can you be happy? Can you be like Divine? Can you be like Swami? And that was something that I even wonder, and I even think of it and mull over it even till this day. That what is it about Divine? What is it that can be said that this is nothing but divinity? Well, there are obviously so many answers. We have all experienced Bhagwan in our own ways. Swami has entered our lives in our own unique ways. And we know of Bhagwan in so many different ways. But there are a few aspects of this divinity which I would like to share today in the theme that we have got of my, Sai and I. And those 3 aspects of divinity that I would like to share today are the 3 P's that Swami talks about: purity, patience, and perseverance. What is purity in Bhagwan's eyes? In Bhagwan's eyes, purity is putting others before self, which is selflessness. And Bhagwan was the biggest example of demonstrating that aspect. I was requested by Brother Kamal to also say a few words in Gujarati, as I understand there are a lot of Gujarati devotees over here. Niswat, je apne kahe, which is purity, aspect of Bhagwan, is demonstrated through selflessness. I remember when the first time when Bhagwan had fallen and he was in Vrindavan and he had a fracture in his left arm. And this was around April when our brothers our devotees from Kerala celebrate Onam. Bhagwan was in tremendous amount of pain. He had a strap over his left shoulder and a shawl around him. And no one really expected that Bhagwan will give a discourse on that day. However, when he came out for darshan and when he saw that there are thousands of devotees who are there, who are gathered in the Sai Ramesh hall, Bhagwan said, I was there right next to Swami, next to his chair, and Bhagwan indicated to me and said, lift me. It was so difficult, it was so painful to watch Bhagwan in that pain, but he said, lift me. And there I was along with another brother who pushed Swami from his back, and then Swami stood up and gave a discourse to that large gathering. That was Bhagwan. When he saw that there are thousands of them, wanting him to speak to them on this momentous occasion, on the occasion of Onam, which is so special to the Kerala devotees, he forgot about his pain, he forgot about his fracture, stood up, Swami Ubhadhyaya, and gave a discourse for 1 hour. That is Bhagwan demonstrating his selflessness. There is another episode in Kodaikanal which comes to my mind. It was around May when we had been there from Prashanti, and Prashanti was relatively warm than Kodai. Kodai is relatively cooler. And on landing there, because of the change in the climate and the weather, invariably most of the boys who had been with Swami were down with cold. Swami also had a bit of cold and temperature. However, on the second morning when Swami was there in Kodai, people had gathered just like how they gathered for Swami's darshan. And there were a few elders who did tell Swami that it is raining outside. There are a few people who have gathered, but it would be okay if Swami were to be indoors and just spend the time with boys. Swami just looked at him and kept quiet. And after 15 minutes, Swami said, let's go outside. Sometimes, Bhagwan, who's full of Maya, he puts you in a situation where he makes you think that, yes, you can recommend to Swami or you can make suggestions. So out of my smartness, I told Swami, it is cold outside. We could possibly have darshan inside the bhajan hall. Swami looked at me and he said, if you want to have darshan inside bhajan hall, you go to bhajan hall. I'm going outside. And there in cold, in rain, Swami still stepped out. There was a golf cart which Swami got in, and then Swami went around and gave darshan. For Bhagwan, self comes last. And that is why the aspect of selflessness is one way where we can attain divinity. The other aspect of patience, the other P. Bhagwan is, and this is something that we have all experienced again in our lives, where many a time we have made commitment to Bhagwan that okay, from this day, from this event, from this month onwards, I would be a different self. But there have been times which has forced us into our own actual behavior. But Bhagwan has been patient with us because he is the epitome of patience. I'm able to recollect this episode from my college days. So as students, it used to be quite an Indian moment for us to offer letters to Swami, and we have all offered letters to Bhagwan. But to offer letter to Swami as a student was almost like a relationship between you and a teacher. You are literally being honest and transparent with the teacher and literally reporting everything to the teacher. So there was this phase when literally Swami took letter from my hands almost on a daily basis. And it used to give that satisfaction that yes, Swami is listening to our prayers and Swami is happy with us and the fact that he is taking a letter. There was this one letter which at one point in time when I was offering Bhagwan, and Bhagwan wouldn't take. And it did happen for a few weeks that he was not taking letters from me. Swami ne letter aapto tho, but Swami used to just walk off. Swami used to just walk away or look the other side and not take that letter. It so happened that it became a habit for me to still carry it, and after some point I just stopped offering the letter. But I ensured that I keep it in my pocket because you never know when I will get that chance and when will Swami finally take. So it used to happen that I used to just keep it. While changing shirts, I will keep it. I'll ensure that I take the letter from one shirt to the other and keep it in that pocket so that I always have it when I go for darshan. One of the days, when Swami had just finished darshan and then he was sitting on his chair and he was blessing the birthday boys who go with the tray and get their birthday blessings and Pad Namaskar from Bhagwan. After he had blessed those birthday boys, he looked at me and he called me. So I went and I kneeled before him. And he said, "Tumhara letter kidhar hai?" Now, this is when I knew that I have, because that afternoon itself I had ensured that I keep the letter in my pocket, but I had stopped offering because he was not taking it. So I put my hand inside my pocket and there was the letter and I gave it to him. And then Swami said, Swami was waiting for you to get rid of that habit. Brothers and sisters, in that letter, I had mentioned to Swami about a particular habit that I was wanting to get rid of. And Swami had not taken that letter for a few weeks, probably a couple of months, because he was wanting me to work on that habit. That is Bhagwan's patience. He wants each one of us to come back to that path which he has laid before him for us. He wants us to come back even though we get astray in our own myriad and unique ways. But he still wants us back. Because at the end of the day, he wants to see that journey of you coming into him. One more episode of Bhagwan being patient is so vivid. So when Bhagwan had fallen, instead of taking help in walking, Bhagwan was on the sofa chair. And then Bhagwan's sofa chair is something that used to come out from his car, and then myself and there was one more brother who used to take Swami for darshan. Now, the first few days of that were very, very nervy and were very, very tense. Because Swami is facing the people and you are behind the chair. And you got to then take it, and you have to ensure that you do not take the chair in front of the person whom Swami wants to avoid. Because that is the last thing that you would want to do. Because when Swami was walking, he was very, very specific about whom he wants to talk to, whom he wants to speak to, whose letter does he want to take. And there were many instances where you obviously wouldn't know that Swami is wanting to not go to this particular person or that particular person, and you will straight away bang, take the chair over there. And I could see that happening like twice, thrice, multiple times. And I was very nervous. And one day after getting into the interview room, Swami was looking at both of us. There was another brother as well. And then Swami asked me, "What happened?" Then I said, "Swami, nothing, no problem, nothing happened, all fine." But Swami said, "No, Cheppu, what happened? Bol, Suthu." And then I said to Swami, apologetically, saying, "Swami, forgive us because we are making so many mistakes. We really don't know, when to stop or how quickly to go, or should we just walk and not stop, and we are getting a bit confused." And then Swami so lovingly said, when Rama had asked Hanuman to jump over the ocean and get that Jadi Butti for Lakshmana in the war, even Hanuman was tense and didn't really know that he could do this. But then Rama told him that if I am giving you a task, I will also give you the strength to fulfill that task. अगर हूँ तमने के काम आप पूछूँ, तो हूँ तमने strength आपीस, ताकत आपीस के तमे काम करी सको. And Rama, based on that particular word, is when Hanuman could then make that jump, go all over to Himalayas, get the Jadi Butti and then come back. And then Swami said, "Don't worry, you have faith in Swami, just do your duty." That is Bhagwan's patience. He knows us through and through. He knows that we are bound to make mistakes. But what is more important for him is that we do not leave him, or we do not drop midway and lose our way. We stick on to him, we have that faith in him, and then he'll guide us. The last P of the 3 P's, which does signify and reflect what divinity is perseverance. Perseverance to attain the state of desirelessness and nothing else. There is a famous episode which many of us might have read, that when Goddess Sita was captured by Ravana, one day one of his courtiers tells him that Sita is just not agreeing. Why don't you transform into Lord Rama and then go and approach her? Maybe she will agree. Tame Ramno Swarup ke nahi le rehta, because Ravana himself had a lot of powers and he could do that. So tame Ramno Swarup ke nahi leta, and why don't you go before Sita? To this, Ravana tells him that if I become, or if I turn into Lord Rama, I won't even have the desire for Sita. So why should I turn into Lord Rama? Lord, in his demonstration of perseverance to desirelessness, is what Lord Rama was. Even with Bhagwan, we have all seen in videos and photographs and in pictures in terms of how Prashanti transformed from a small village, from a small and a very, could not even locate it in the map, from there on to a global village with a beautiful Kulwant hall and the Yajur Mandir. Amidst all this expansion, Bhagwan's room, his residence, whether it was the Pata Mandir, the old Mandir, or it was the Purna Chandra, or it was the Yajur Mandir, the size of Bhagwan's room, the length and the breadth of Bhagwan's rooms remained the same. For Bhagwan, growth wasn't an expensive or a bigger mansion, because Bhagwan was desirelessness. For him, yes, he had to expand Kulwant Hall, he had to expand the Prashanti Nilayam town and the campus. But from his perspective, and be it Dharmakshetra in Mumbai or Sundaram in Chennai or Shivam in Hyderabad, Bhagwan's room remains always the same. Because he doesn't really need, or he has never aspired for bigger. And that is again Bhagwan demonstrating perseverance for being desirelessness. You know, it sits in very nicely with the theme of my, Sai and I. Because I've always wondered, what is the best relationship that we ought to have with Bhagwan? Bhagwan સાથે આપણે કઈ રિલેશનશિપ રાખવી જોઈએ? કારણ કે ભગવાન આપણા માટે માતા તરીકે આવ્યા છે, ભગવાન આપણા માટે પિતા તરીકે આવ્યા છે. He has been friend to some of us. He has been like a grandfather to most of the boys who have studied there, most of the girls who have studied there. He has been a relative, he has been a doctor, saving us from incurable diseases. But what is it that describes and that defines really the best relationship that you could ever have with him? I had this question within my mind even when I was studying there. And one of the days when I was reading Summer Showers is where one of the discourses in Bhagwan in which he says that the best relationship that you can have with Bhagwan is that of a guru and a sishya. Bhagwan ne tamai guru mano. Because each and every other relationship that you've got always has a sense of attachment. And where there is attachment, there is some sort of pain at some point in time in the phase of that relationship. But with guru, there is no attachment. A guru and a sishya relationship is pure, because it is the guru that will show you the direction, and when you walk on that direction, you become one with the guru. How lucky were we that we had Bhagwan as our guru, we have Bhagwan as our Guru, and he is the Sadguru. That today we are able to aspire for what he lived for physically. Today we are able to aspire and live his teachings. And that in itself gives us the joy. As someone has rightly said that Bhagwan is not our constant companion. Bhagwan is our eternal companion. And what is important is whether we stick on to him, whether we give him that company, whether we demonstrate and we showcase all the time that, yes, Bhagwan, I want to be with you. That is what defines us and our relationship with Bhagwan. This is again a very famous episode which happened in Kasturi Garu's life. One fine day, Kasturi Garu was informed by Bhagwan that I'm going to be giving you all a mantra. And this mantra was not even given by Lord Rama. This mantra was not even given to the Pandavas or even Arjuna by Lord Krishna. This mantra was not given by any other avatars. But I'm going to give you that mantra. So the excitement levels had risen up. And Kasturi Garu and a few other elders were very, very keen to understand what is that mantra that Bhagwan is going to give. And then in one of the sessions, Bhagwan called Kasturi Garu and whispered in his ears, Devudu Unnadu, Unnadaya, Unnadaya, Devudu Unnadu. It means God was always there, God is here, and God will always be there. Bhagwan is there even today. What is important is how much can we feel him? How much do we want him? And that defines how much we will be able to feel him. We will be able to live with him. You know, it is said that if you have been touched by the divine, if Bhagwan has been a part and parcel of your life, there should be something that should reflect in you, which can be then concluded as a sure sign that yes, Bhagwan was with him, or Bhagwan, had touched him. There should be some aspect of Bhagwan that you should be able to reflect in your own lives. And I think today, being 23rd November, gives us that opportunity to see what is it that I want from Bhagwan, or what is it that I should reflect about Bhagwan. Should I reflect his ability to love? Should I reflect his ability to be kind? Should I reflect his ability to just smile? Always. Should I reflect his ability to be so punctual? And we all know that people used to set clocks when Bhagwan used to step out for darshan because 6:45 was his routine. It is up to us. What is it that we have? What is it that we want to demonstrate? We should just take one aspect of Bhagwan and try demonstrating that in our own lives. And in terms of gift that we can give Bhagwan, if we can do that, demonstrating his aspect in our own lives, it's the best gift that Bhagwan can ever get from us. And if not that, as Sister Jana was saying, that Bhagwan doesn't really want any gifts. All that he would want, or all that he would appreciate, is our gratitude. And how do we give that gratitude? By being in the birthday celebrations, by volunteering to do some work, by volunteering to contribute for a cause, by volunteering to be involved in the side work. If we can do that, I'm sure Bhagwan will be the most happiest, because he will take that gift from us as our gratitude. આપણે આજે ભગવાનને એમના જન્મદિવસ પર જે ગિફ્ટ આપી શકીએ તે there is nothing more than gratitude. અગર આપણે કહી શકીએ ભગવાનને કે હું તમને જે કરું છું, I am offering it to you, I'm sure Swami will be the most happy with all of us. So on this day, I pray for all of us, on behalf of all of us, that we are able to reflect one aspect of Bhagwan in our own lives, and always be grateful to him. And whenever we get an opportunity, we express our gratitude to him. Desai.
Thank you very much. We've got a little gift for Brother Divij. So another round of applause, please. I think I can speak for everyone when I say that he's got a very unique style of speech where it just kind of grips you, and you don't realize how much time has passed, or you don't want to take your eyes off him. I had loads of messages on my phone coming up, and I wasn't even aware. I was just looking after listening to those amazing experiences. So thank you very much for sharing them with us and putting us in your place for those moments. Okay. I feel like the whole cars of Bradford are parked outside here. So we've got one more, another very nice car. And it's an Audi. The number plate is YJ67JSD. And that's also blocking somewhere something, so please, can you move that? Thank you. Shivani, can you take over and introduce the...
Thank you. Sorry about that interruption. Seems to be cars everywhere. We'd like to now invite Warrington SSE to present their offering. Warrington SSE will be presenting an offering to Swami entitled The River Flows into One. The children have incorporated dance, drama and song into a colourful presentation for the loving Swami. They hope you enjoy it as much as they've enjoyed presenting it and making it. Jai Sairam.
The children of Warrington SSE Centre are excited to present this drama signifying the unity in diversity of all religions that are represented in Swami's Sarvadharma symbol.
It is the joyous occasion of Diwali, which is mainly celebrated by Hindus, and preparations are taking place in full swing in Siddharth's home. But Siddharth is very keen to celebrate this with his school friends from various religions.
I'm so excited for Diwali. I've been waiting the whole year for this. Let me call Mary and Esther and ask them to join me for the celebrations.
You are the peace in my troubled sea. to shore. Sail to shore. Sail to shore. Sail to shore.
Siddharth has called. What does he want? But Mary, are we allowed to go? Remember what Jesus said?
Love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another.
What are we waiting for? Let's go. Well, I wasn't able to connect. I wonder who else I can invite. I know. Why don't I ask Aisha and Fatima? What? They are busy too? What could they be doing?
Vaja mere vaja, dil se vaja, shaam ka shadu, Ali ka dulara. Vaja mere vaja, dil se vaja, shaam ka shadu, Ali ka dulara. Vaja mere vaja, dil se vaja. Vaja mere vaja, dil se vaja. Bekasum ki takdeer, tu hai sawari. Bekasum ki takdeer.
What do you think that boy Siddharth wants this time, Fatima?
Ooh, that sounds fun. Can we go? Can we go?
Well, remember what Prophet Muhammad said?
You will not complete your faith till you love one another.
Yay, let's go.
I couldn't get them either. At this rate, I'll have to go by myself.
think, all the SSE plays today have been at such a high level, and that one again just matched that really high level. What a great performance that was. I think, the boy, I think he was quite surprised when they all turned up behind him. But I think that's because one of them was Jesus, one of them was Guru Nanak, so I think I'd be quite surprised if I turned around and they were there as well. So that was amazing. But I mean, we saw all those deities, but it's not quite like seeing our Swami, is it? Where at the end, when Swami walks in, we're just a little bit more excited. And next, finally, we're going to have a poem. You can't really have a birthday celebration without a fitting poem from Sanjay Vaja, because I don't think it would feel the same. So that's what we're going to have next. I don't think I need to introduce him, but I've been given a short introduction for him. He's been involved and he's an active member in the SAR organisation since 2000. And, he's been regional youth coordinator. He was regional president between 2002 and 2006. And he was so good that he's regional president again at the moment. So we have to bring him back for that. And he's also SSE Guru and SSE coordinator at Desai Centre, Greater Manchester. And for his work, he's a full-time quality assurance manager and he's a chemical engineer by profession. And also, he's got a little something at the end that he loves pizza and movies, so I'm not sure if he's going to expand on that in his poem, but so yeah, time for Sanjay Vaja's poem. Thank you.
Sayam, everyone. So I thought I'd write something in keeping with the theme of my Sai and I. So here we go. So there are no photos or anything this time, it's just the words, so I'll take it a little bit slow. Where to start? There's so much to say. Since Swami entered my life, that very special day. In February '98, to India we did fly. There began my journey, my Sai and I. I was told he was God. I want proof, I did say, and proof I received the very next day. Divinity manifestation I saw with my eyes, the miraculous loving my Sai and I. There have been many ups and also many downs, so many tears and so many frowns. When life's felt too tough, I've pleaded, I've cried, all part of the journey, my Sai and I. Getting around wasn't easy, I had a few tricks. Before I got my chair, I used to walk with a stick. I'm not the body, to practice I tried. He helped me to see that, my Sai and I. Weaker I've become, I can no longer walk. Yet look how Swami works with my poems and my talk. I sit here and wonder, and gaze up to the sky, and the world keeps on turning, my Sai and I. I need so much help, and I've learned to see that Swami's in everyone, all around me, willing to help and not just walk by, kindness and love, my Sai and I. There's always been a smile, a mischievous twinkle, happiness and love I always try to sprinkle. The source is dear Swami, you can see from my eyes. These gifts for my journey, my Sai and I. My Sai and I, we walk hand in hand. He carries me often, he helps me understand. Lessons I've learned that my friend Swami has taught, the following extracts I hope I have caught. Life is so precious, yet we take much for granted. How do we water the seed Swami planted? None of us know what tomorrow will bring. Just for today, open your heart and let it sing. Each day is a blessing, each day I do see Swami inside and all around me. He's on the phone, he calls, he asks how I am. He spends time on conference calls, he really loves to plan. Ideas he gives and he makes me laugh. He moves me to tears, which I dry on my scarf. He fills me with love, he guides me from within. To thank him for my life, or where to begin? If Swami wasn't with me, I don't know what I'd do. What would life look like? I really have no clue. He is the director, my part I must play. I am divine, I am God. I remind myself each day. All these walking temples, turn around, take a look. Swami surrounds us in real life, not in books. To know him is a blessing, he's with us, why fear? Slow down and listen, you're feeling always near. His love is eternal and really like no other. Treat everyone you meet like your sister or brother. Our lives are his message. Go out there, shine bright. Share your gifts with the world. Bring a smile, bring delight. My Sai and I, a unique journey we each walk. Our actions speak louder than the words we do talk. My Sai and I, like this poem, how to end? I offer myself at the divine feet of my best friend. Sayonara.
Sanjay Vaja, thank you so much for that beautiful poem. Can everybody give him another round of applause?
It was so heartfelt, and I think there's a really great lesson for all of us to take, that no matter what Swami makes us go through, puts us through, he has a role for each and every one of us, and it's expressed in different ways. So I think that is a beautiful, beautiful message from that poem. And that's, in terms of the kind of items part of the programme, that's coming towards the end.
We've now got Vedam and Bhajans, so this is the last time you'll be seeing myself and Bradford, so we'd like to say a heartfelt siren to you all, and we will, hopefully all the singers are sat down and ready to start Bhajans now.
It'll be Bhajan's birthday song, and then there'll be a final vote of thanks from Sanjay Vaja again. So thank you very much for being patient throughout the day. And
Siren.
Siren.
ओ मेरे मौला, ओ मेरे साईरा।
hold this sacred dream, this day of beauty. So auspicious is his mind, he grants liberation. Bhava Vibhuti is our protecting. Paramam Ravikam, Bhava Vibhuti, Paramam Vichikram, Viha Vibhuti, Paramartha Ishtata Moksha Pradayam, Bhava Vibhuti, Idamashayami, Bhava Vibhuti, Mangalam Gurudevaya, Mangalam Nayadayine, Mangalam Bhaktivasaya, Mangalam Satyasayine, Mangalam Satyasayine, Mangalam Satyasayine. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Jai Bolo Bhagavan Shri Satya Sai Baba Ji ki Prasid Vishreshwari, Vishwanasida, Prasid Vishreshwari, Devarupi, Prasid Vishreshwari, Mantra Prasida Vishweshwari, Vishwasida. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Desai. What a wonderful, wonderful birthday program we've had today. So I'm here to kind of sum up and also do the vote of thanks. So I'm going to try and combine it all. So I'll just take you back to the beginning and we'll just run through the program. So I want to That's fine. That's a bit better. So I just want to start by thanking Nishal. She started off by setting the scene. I'd also want to thank the Bradford ladies for teaching us about not wasting food, thinking about plastic use. Also, I want to thank Gayatri Ben for the droplets of love, Vijayanan for sharing about the Desai project and the importance of serving others and of love and sacrifice. We also then want to thank Vishal for the young adult update. And then I'll move on to thanking our guest speakers, Jaina Ben and Divij. So, Jaina Ben shared some very beautiful experiences. Swami talks about your first guru is your mother, second guru is your father, and third guru is where Swami comes into it. And Jaina Ben very beautifully shared about how through her parents and her grandparents she was able to put Swami's teachings into practice. And she talks about how keeping connected, keeping the doors open, and how very beautifully how Swami always appears in the form of others and is everywhere. Divij talked about us celebrating Swami's birthday as a mark of our own second birth, if you like. He shared examples about purity, patience and perseverance, and also reminded us that if Swami gives you a task, he also gives you the strength to complete that task. As you probably know, we had a wonderful mix of items provided by our SSE children. So I want to thank all our children for all their hard work, not just for today, but all throughout the year. Yeah, I know you keep going for all the lessons and the classes, so it's been really, really wonderful. But the people behind that are our SSE gurus. So can I ask all our SSE gurus to stand up, please? And that includes the current gurus and also past gurus. That includes Vaja, Kamal Bhai, where's Narendra Bhai? Yeah, definitely. There's lots of people here. Another sign of our gurus is that they're very humble and don't want to take the limelight as well. But without our gurus, the children wouldn't be able to do what they're doing now. And sometimes you wonder, you think, Swami, look at the state of the world, what's going to happen in the future? And it's because the gurus spend their time with our children. You can see the values and the teachings that they're putting into them. That's how we'll end up with the future is in safe hands. While we're talking about SSE, I'd also encourage you, if you'd like to find out more about it, you're curious, or you want to become a teacher, or anything like that, or you just want to find out what it's about, we actually have some foundation training that's open for everybody on the 18th of January, which is Saturday, and that's taking place in Halifax. So, yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I also want to thank, there's a few more people to thank as well. I want to thank everybody in the audience. I want to thank the Bhajan team, the Vedam team, the musicians, everybody who's helped the people on and off the stage, or managing the stage, managing the microphones. I want to say thank you to the service wing as well for taking care of us all during the day. I'm sure the lunch was extremely tasty, so thank you very much for that. We have a very good media team here as well that are taking care of all the projections on the screens, looking after all the slides, looking after the live streaming and the video recording, and also the team that put together the altar. They were here last night, late into the night and early this morning as well, to make the stage and the setting look as beautiful as it does. And I'd also like to thank the Lela Patidan Samaj as well. So there have been many times today, for me personally, that I've been in tears through the talks, through the bhajans, and also through the plays. So from me personally, I just want to say thank you all for everybody who's been involved in making today happen. And also, I'd like to thank Shivani and Prahlad, our MCs for the day, and of course, last but not least, our dearest Swami, aka Birthday Boy, as he's been mentioned before. Without Swami, we wouldn't be here today to celebrate this wonderful day. So happy birthday, Swami. And last but not least, have a safe journey home, and please collect some prasadam, some cake, on your way out. Desai.